With prices for food and places to rent at an all-time high, some people here in the Midlands need your help.
And there's a Midlands woman who knows all too well about not having the essentials, so now she's making it her mission to give back. Here's this month's Jefferson Awards winner. Bags packed with essentials ready to go.
There is so many people that's in need, so many people that need clothes, need foods, need resources, but there's so many people who never reach out to them.
On this day, their destination, Transitions Homeless Shelter. Days like today, needed for many. Loretta Coleman, alongside the Richland County Sheriff's Department, helping all ages across the Midlands.
From senior citizens to children in need, it's just so much.
For Loretta, giving back hits close to home. She's been on the receiving end.
When my lights was getting ready to be turned off, when my rent couldn't be paid, that was my motivation.
Vowing once she got back on her feet to give back, and that's exactly what she's done. Developing Loretta Coleman Community Connection, her LLC, where she works to pack care packages like this, boxes like these, even receiving donations to host a giveaway during Christmas like this. Some days, help coming from her own pocket.
My own money when I have it. Sometimes I have to tell them no because I just don't have it.
A selfless act that so many benefit from.
We should be a help to people. It doesn't matter whether you was a CEO, whether you was a janitor or a teacher. If you need help, you need help. That's how I see it. And it's not our job to judge. It's our job to help.
And lending advice for those falling on hard times.
You can make it because I did. You can make it. Never quit. Never give up on yourself. Never let nobody dim your light because you're at a down point. You can prove to them better than saying it out of your mouth. You can prove to them that you can make it by doing it.
She's just the absolute best.
Yeah.
And she has over 300,000 followers on one of her Facebook pages where daily she is posting inspirational quotes and showing the community what she's doing and how they can also help her on her mission.
And Liv, you're always doing a good job extracting these gems from the community and showcasing them, so great job.
Thank you, Friendy. She's
Yeah.
amazing and definitely so worthy of this award.
Definitely, wow. Out of her own pocket, too.
Own money out of her own pocket when she has it. You don't find that very often.
No, you don't.
No.
We're still ahead.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought I would share that with you, some of the works that God has allowed us to do through our ministry, through our LLC. And so many times people want to know, what do you do, Loretta? How can we help? Well, right now we're collecting clothes again for the homeless because they are a shortage, especially for men undergarments. You know, we don't want no used undergarments now, men undergarments, but for those of you who don't mind. But we say, welcome to Loretta Coleman Live. You are the best persons in the world. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for joining us. It's going to be a great conversation tonight. You never know what we may talk about. Minister Elaine Hopkins, blessing to you and everyone. That's right. We're excited to be here tonight. Miss Eartha Singleton, thank you for joining us. You know, we have a lot that's going on next week. We're going to begin our celebration of Women History Month, the month of March. So we'll be having some of the ladies that's that be on with us. We'll be talking about women issues, men issues. We'll be talking about the proper clothing that we should wear. And now let me say this. We're not going to tell you what to wear. Hey, Miss McCullough, how you doing? Blessing to you, but we're just only going to make suggestions. Hello, Yolanda Gamble. Shula, how you doing? Hello, Letha Herbert, how are you? And you know, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to try to help one another. We're going to try to be there to inspire one another. Hello, Patricia. How are you? Hello, Miss Mabel Williams. How you doing? Thank everybody for joining us. One of the things that I do want to talk about tonight, this is a question that I have, and as always, we welcome your feedback because I don't know it all. Look at Lauren T. Let me tell you, Lauren T. Thank you, Lauren T. I appreciate that. You just don't know what that means to me. Lauren T. You all is the program director for 95.7 Praise. Now, how can I forget that? Come on, Lauren. It's 95.7 FM, 1170 AM. And you can go online. You can either look up that name right there that say Lauren T. or Columbia's Praise, 95.7 FM or 1170 AM. He's the program director there. He's doing such an outstanding job. You can listen online wherever you are. If you're in California, Missouri, Germany, Haiti, wherever, all you got to do is go and click on that link and you can hear some powerful gospel music. And he is live Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 9. Thank you so very much, Lauren. Freddie Sumter, how you doing? Melanie Kelly, how you doing? Benny Allen, how you doing? Michelle Harris, how you doing? Michelle Harris. Hey, Michelle Harris. Columbia's Praise. That's right, Columbia Praise. You know, Lauren, when you get 61, you'll understand. You'll understand exactly where I'm at. But Columbia's Praise, y'all make sure go hit that button. Go like Columbia's Praise. Matter of fact, when I get off, I'll put it up so you can go and you can listen live. Great radio station doing great things in the community. Helen Osborne, how you doing? But this is what we want to talk about: support. Good, Freddie. We want to talk about supporting one another. You got to, oh, Jesus Christ, have mercy. Support people when you don't need something. Support people when you don't need something. Don't have a motive behind your need. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If you say, well, I'm gonna help Loretta, I'm gonna help Lauren because I know I'm gonna need Lauren or I'm gonna need Loretta in the future, then your motives is wrong. Help people because they need help. Don't help people because you know you're gonna need help. Now, am I wrong? You know, I don't know everything. So I welcome your feedback. Sometimes you got to do stuff out in the kindness of your heart. Sometimes you got to help people out in the kindness of your heart. One of the things, if you want to get me, try to get me to operate in a clique. I'm not going to operate in no cliques. Number one, I got my own mind. And number two, if God has blessed me, if I want to donate to this organization and you're a member of this organization and you get upset with me because I help this organization and not your organization, that's not right. It's not right to put people in a box like that. It's really not right to put people in a box like that. People make their own decisions. People help people for different reasons. That's right. We are blessed to be a blessing, meet needs, but we don't see it like that. Hey, Gary, how you doing? We don't see it like that. We have 9 times out of 10. Renee, I ain't even talking. This lady, right? I love her though. She know what I'm talking about. I love you, Renee. You can't have motives. Don't have personal motives when you do something. If you come to me and you say, Loretta, I'm having a bake sale next month, can you buy a cake? If I have the money, I will help you buy a cake or I will donate money, but don't make me feel guilty because I tell you no. That's what I'm talking about. Some people will make you feel guilty because you tell them no. People can't help you every time you ask. I got sense enough to know when I come on this live, I can't come on here. Every time I come on here, if I'm saying I have a need of $20, I have a need of $10, I won't have nobody listen to me. I got sense enough to know that. You can't do that. Even though the ministry don't run off of peanut butter and jelly, I got sense enough to know that every time I come on, I can't ask for money because that's just the nature of the game. So what I have to do, I have to say, God, this is what I need. And then most of the time, God will touch somebody's heart to help. Most of the time. But this, I did this for you. You don't do that. Don't do that. You ain't doing it from your heart. Sandra said, kindness goes far without looking for anything in return. Have great intentions always, and goodness will follow. I'm a living witness. I'm a living witness. Let your intentions be good. Those people are all for themselves. And Rosie, they are some people that's all for themselves. Hey, Dina. There's some people, it's only about me, myself, and I. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give y'all a secret. If you really want things to happen for you, have the right motives. If you really want things to happen, you do the right thing. When you're trying to do stuff undercover, Mr. Henry Parker, you may say, well, nobody know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, God knows. The main person knows. So just, don't let nobody put you in no box and make you feel like you got to do this. Working in radio as long as I did, and I'm quite sure if Lauren is still on here, he can attest to the fact people try to put you in the box to make you play the record. They try to put you in the box to make for you to advertise their program free. But then when it came down for your need or the radio station, then they didn't want to support it. It's awful the way we do one another, and it should not be like that. Rosie said, God say to you, do my will and I will bless you abundantly. And he will do that, Miss Mabel. He will do that. He will do that. He will do that. But sometimes we got our hands closed so tight. Now, y'all listen to this and hear me. This is not about money, because people think you're talking about money all the time. But people got their hands so closed, so tight that nothing can go out. Therefore, nothing can come in. You can't do that. You got to be a giver. You can give of your time. You can give a listening ear. You can give all of that. I don't magnify the fact, do it from your heart. That's what Henry says. Let me see. Gary said, so many people pay or give just to get their name called. Oh, you saying something now, Gary. You saying something now. You saying something now. So many people just want to hear their name called. And that's I'm going to go back again to the radio when I was on the radio. Oh, you're sounding so good. You're sounding so good. And then thank you. And thank you for listening. They ain't hear that name call, so they're going to call back again. And they're going to say, well, you didn't call my name. Well, you didn't tell me to call your name. You just said you was enjoying the music. But you have to learn. You learn through trial and error, But Minister Hopkins said we should help people because they can reach the people we can't, or people we don't know that are in need. The reach should be a global reach and can only happen if we all hold supportive hands and unconditionally an extensive hand to all. Hey, Teresa. Teresa said, I am feeling much better, Teresa. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I was going to say, we can give our ear. We can give our time. And I was getting ready to say, many of you, I've gave testimony about, me suffering with PTSD. And sometimes I don't feel like talking. Sometimes I have anxiety. So sometimes the only thing I don't need you to preach to me. I need you to listen to me. Just listen to me. Don't preach to me. Every conversation that somebody have with you does not require a sermon. Sometimes all you need to do is listen. Letha said, giving is not always monetary. What's done in secret, he rewards openly. That's exactly right. He will do that. But let me ask you something. The me, myself, and I people, y'all tell me about them people. Me, myself, and I. Where is it in the Bible that says that we should only pray for me, myself, and I, that we should only do for me, myself, and I. It's not in the Bible. I asked this man, it was this lady, and somebody said it up here, Minister Hopkins. Sometimes somebody is not, they're not going to go to a church and ask a church to help them because, you know, everybody in the church is not saved. Sometimes you have little gossipers that gossip, that's on the mission board, that's on the Care and Keep ministry and different things like that. You have people that are gossip. So see, sometimes they'll use a Loretta, do you know anybody that can help me because my lights is getting ready to be turned off or my rent is getting ready to be paid? Well, I'm not going to tell nobody. You know why I'm not going to tell nobody, Letha? Because I'm accountable to God for that person sharing with me in confidence, but I'm going to do all I can to try to raise that money for him. But this man told me, he said, just like God blessed me to get up and go to work every morning and me and mine's got hours, I don't care what happened to the next person. See, that's the kind of things you have to go through. Woo, Jesus, you don't know what went through me. You just don't know what went through me because you may have it today. All it takes is one major sickness. One major sickness or one major trouble. The man that everybody been seeing on the news, I can't call his name. You know who it is that supposedly had killed his wife and son. Millionaire. That money ain't helping him now. But the question is, how many people did he help? But now he's going on to these legal fees. And we can say, it's mine. And I got mine and you get yours. You don't know. I've had people, oh, glory to God, I'm going to get in some trouble. Before I started working to the sheriff's office, I would work to the coroner's office, and we would have this event every year, and you would have to call, and you would have to, try to get ads sold and sponsors. And that's the only part of my job that I hated, is because I knew that some people going to tell me no before I even call. Even though I identified myself, said this is Loretta Coleman from Richland County Coroner's Office, and I'm calling for coroner so and so and so. And I'm sorry, we can't help you this time. That's what they told me. I'm sitting right there in the office with my coworker who's a TV announcer and a radio announcer. He pick up the phone, give them a call. We can donate $2,500. What is that saying to me? Now, I took it as he said I'm a nothing. But because this guy was a TV announcer and a radio announcer, it was just like that. It was just like clockwork. Why do we do that, y'all? Henry said, God knows your heart. Give and you shall receive. I'm a living witness on my life. I am too. But that's what happened to me. And I couldn't stand that. You got to be careful how you put your mouth on people. You got to be careful. You may be up today. You may have today. You may be in position today. The job may close down tomorrow. You got to be careful. Well, I'm going to do for Peggy Sue, but I'm not going to do for Barney Sue. I'm going to do for Bobby Jean, but I'm not going to do for Hattie Jean. If God has put you in a situation to help. Don't worry about what that person do to you. God has given you the ability to help people. And then what we get in trouble is when we listen to other people. You can see I had to tell this person, and I'm quite sure many of you was on here that have heard this story before. Was talking about somebody on food stamps, driving a Lexus, Nike tennis shoes, and name brand jeans. And I mean, they was running them down, people. They was running the people down. I'm behind them in the store, and they had 2 baskets of grocery, and they pulled out a food stamp card. I said, okay, so what are you trying to say? And they said, I'm out here working hard, and I got to spend cash. I said, well, let me ask you a couple of questions, brother, because it was a brother. I said, let me ask you a couple of questions. How do you know that was her car she was driving and she didn't borrow the neighbor's car? That's number one. I said, number two, I got Nikes. but I got them from the thrift store for $5. I said, I got name brand jeans, but I got them from the thrift store for $5. I said, so how do you know what that person have? See, you're looking on the outside. You're looking on the outside because they got on Nikes and they got name brand pockets with this. And this pocketbook I showed to my niece, genuine leather. $3. I ordered for $3 off of thrifting offline. And see what we do, we look what people got on and we want to summarize them. You don't know how somebody got what they got. This blouse I got on was $2. Was $2. Somebody told me, I'm telling you how people do now. These glasses, they say you have on different glasses every week. Well, my insurance affords me $400. I take and buy $10 sunglasses from Sinead's Boutique and take it and get my medicine put in it that costs $100. So I can actually get 4 pair of glasses per year because I'm not going to pay $300 and $400 for a pair of glasses. So I buy the frames, the sunglasses for $10, take them to Walmart Vision Center and get them to put my medicine in it. And see, we shouldn't have to explain stuff like this. We shouldn't even have to explain stuff like this. But what we do, we sit around the tables and we judge people and we talk about things that we don't know. What we see is not necessarily what we see. They say, every time I see you, I'm telling you what they tell me now. Every time I see you, you got on a different wig. Gary, that's what they say. That's what they say, Melanie. You got on a different wig. Do you know how long I had this wig? I had this wig here ever since 2016. It's just how you take care of your stuff. So see, but you see, I'm just telling you, Renee, how people do. People try to, they don't know. Renee Clemens is Sinead's Boutique, y'all. That's who I get my lens from. I'm going to get her that plug. That's who I get my frames from. So if you can't remember Sinead's Boutique, just remember Renee Clemens. If you forget both of it, just inbox me and say, who's the lady with the frames? But I'm just saying, we don't know what people got. We don't know what people got going on, but we judge people. Henry Parker said, don't judge me if you had walked in my shoes. Absolutely right. Don't judge, but that's what we do. We sit in the judge's seat, and you know, the same thing can happen to you only but by the grace of God. Only by the grace of God. So when God puts you in position to help. Don't play that me, myself, and I, because one day I'm quite sure that same man that's on trial, I'm quite sure he said many a days, I wish I hadn't done this. I wish I had done this. Maybe if I'd have done this, maybe more people would have came to my age. Looking good under $20. That's all right. Thank you, Vanessa. It's under $20. I'm telling you. But it's the truth. You know, we don't know if it take a child to get in trouble. It could wipe your bank account out. But we sit back and we say, can we say if something happens to us, hey, Elizabeth Samuels, how you doing? If something happened to us and we have to use up our savings, have we sown enough seeds to say, God, you remember I sowed that seed over there? God, you remember I sacrificed over here? Have we done that? What have you done with what he has given you? That's my question. You don't have to answer me. That's between you and God. But what he gave to you, have you shared it with anybody? Listen, I'm not talking about taking your wallet and emptying it out on nobody's table. That's not what I'm talking about. Please don't think that. I'm just talking about when he blesses you with anything, do you immediately think about somebody else? How you can be a blessing to somebody else, or is it just me, myself, and I? Come on, that's something for all of us to think about. The Bible plainly said it's more blessed to give than to receive. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna step out on a limb. White folks, they don't mind giving. They don't mind giving. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They'll give. They'll give. If you go to them with a good project, Miss Rosie, they'll give. But when you go to, I'm so sorry, y'all. I love being African American, but when you go to us, you have to write a resume. You have to write a resume. A resume. They can see what you do, but you have to write a resume. But then when they get a business, they want you to come. Well, when you coming to see me now? When you coming to see me? Okay, when you gonna donate to what I do? Oh God, have mercy. Y'all done made me get in trouble. Miss Rosie said he blesses us to be a blessing. Live in love. That's what you got to do. Rosie said, you're right. I'm telling you, I've been there. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Gordon Rashonda. I appreciate that. Let me see where I'm at now. Here we go. When people come off the street into some churches and ask for help, they're denied because they're not a member of their preached to about being a sinner, and that's why they're a sinner. Well, there was a certain case where this happened at a person had to stop them and tell them no such thing because I am a pastor also, but now I understand. I was your test. Now I'm going to thank God and receive my blessings. People need to be careful. That's right. You know, I've thought about dressing up, disguising myself, not at nighttime, but in daytime to pretend like I was homeless just to see how I'm treated, even though I know how I will be treated because I know how it's hard out there. And I know I watch how some people treat. And like I was at McDonald's some months ago, and the guy walked up to my car and he said, I'm hungry. He didn't ask me for no money. He said, can you buy me a sandwich? I said, sure. That was at the first one. So I added a sandwich. And when I got up there to get the food, I said, give that bag to him. And she started fussing at him about asking for food. I said, woman, that's my money. That's not your. I probably said a little bit too much, but I said, that's my money. That's not your money. And then I left her with this. I said, be careful how you entertain strangers because you might be entertaining angels unaware. We got to be careful how we treat people because we don't know if that's a test that God sent to you. You say, God, if you give me that job, I'll help. I'll do this. I'll do that. And you do everything but what you told God you're going to do. Come on now, somebody. Ooh, Jesus. We would rather hurt one another than to love one another. You got that right. There's a lot of missing links that starts with us. If we did better, if we treated people better, the communities would be better, the homes would be better. My radio colleague from Charlotte, North Carolina. What's up, G-Man? Miss Mabel Williams, thank you so much. If we do better, the community will do better. We, the ones that are supposed to be the light of the world, sometimes we are the worst of the world. Sometimes we are the ones that turn people off from wanting to do better. Miss Melinda, it's the truth. Sometimes we are the ones that turn people off and they don't want to go to the worship house because we so mean and nasty. And how you gonna tell somebody about Jesus and you just cuss them out at McDonald's? When I bought that guy that sandwich and orange juice from McDonald's, I didn't have not one brown penny left in my pocket. By the time I got home, by my car in my driveway, somebody said, lunch is on me, and sent me $20. I didn't go on Facebook with what I did or nothing, but God saw it and he knew I didn't have no more money and he had somebody to cash out me $20. That's how it works. That's how it works. But see, you can't find out things like that if you don't never share with nobody. Some of you got senior citizens living around you that you know they there by themselves. Do you ever just fix them a lunch? I know people crazy. People are funny about eating other people's food. So go and order them some lunch and say, I was thinking about you. That little kid that you see with them raggedy shoes that got them wild parents that don't have time to take care of them. Buy them a little gift. Buy them something. Let them know. Sow seeds of love in it. But we think we think so many people are trying to get ahead of us. Nobody can't disturb what God is blessing. Listen, you can't beat God given. You can't do it no matter how you try. It's many people try to bring me down. God is good and he's good all the time. Yes, he is. But see, I don't do stuff for recognition. I don't do stuff for recognition. I look at the city of Columbia. Oh, Lord, I'm going to get in trouble now. Y'all remind me where I was. Let me read this. If we would stick together, we as African Americans would be in a much better place. One thing about white people, they are going to stick together whether right or wrong. Now, you said it. You said that. I just told somebody that today. Us is not going to stick together. Us is going to be like crabs in a barrel. White people, they're going to stick together. They can argue, they can talk about you, they can talk about each other, but when the rubber meets the road, they're going to stick together. I was getting ready to say about the city of Columbia. It makes me so sick when I watch the news and the internet and they giving people awards that don't do nothing. I said, what they get an award for? What they get an award for? Because they in this fraternity? Because they in this sorority? Because they know the right people? How you going to give somebody an award and they can't even socialize with ordinary people? Oh, something wrong with that. I can't stand it. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. That's why I try doing Black History Month. I try to recognize everyday people who do extraordinary things. And then doing Women History Month, I try to recognize ordinary women who do extraordinary stuff. Because in the city of Columbia, you ain't going to get it if you're not connected with somebody. I don't care if you get out there and work like we worked when I was a little girl in the tobacco field. I'm trying to tell you, people scared somebody gonna get more than they got. That's just it. But the titles is all. That's all it is a title. You can have a title, and that's all you got is a title. But what are you doing with your title? What are you doing? What difference are you making in somebody's life? I'm blessed because I know how to be a blessing. Thank God for a good teaching mother, and yes, she was Teresa. Hello, Levon Murphy. How you doing? I'm trying to tell you, look back, everybody. Let's do some soul searching. And why do we do what we do? Do we do it to be seen? Do we do it to be heard? Do we do it to gain friends? Do we ever go against the grain when the whole room is saying yes and you say no? We should do it when they say we should do it this way, and you say no, we should do it that way. It might don't get done that way, but I can tell you this: you let what you believed in be known. That's why I just can't be in a whole bunch of clubs and stuff like that, because I'm not better than nobody else, but I ain't no sucker either. I said sucker now, sucker, Sucker. I ain't no sucker either, because you got brains. You can think just like other people. I mean, oh Lord, have mercy. Y'all done got me now. Let me see. Hello, Kevin. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, we got to look at it. Why ask ourselves, why you do everything that you can for a person. I don't care what you do, you still ain't gonna be recognized. Minister Hopkins said it's called one hand washes the other hand for selfish desire to get their names called. You better believe it. I know this man, and some of the people on the line, they gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. He was as broke as I am tonight, and he went and scratched off that $200 million lottery ticket. And now he everybody's friend. He get this award. He get that award. Now I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about that. And I know if nobody, what's the word? If nobody get me, Minister Hopkins going to get me for saying it. Gordon said, Rashonda said, I do it because I know how it feels to come from nothing. Oh, you better say it. We didn't have much, but the Lord saw us through. I'm always willing to help out. Amen. I remember I had 2 blouses. Thank you, G-Man. I had 2 blouses, Miss Christy Savage. 2 blouses. wore one today and had to wash the other one, put it behind the heater to dry for the next day. One pair of pants. We were just that poor. We were poor, but we didn't know we were poor. She said, we can change this. Those who genuinely give without announcing it are truly blessed. Otherwise, the blessing is the announcement. The blessing is in the announcement. And this lady right here, Miss Christy Savage, I honored her during Black History Month. And I just could not believe it. She's 78 years young. She do more than any 20 or 21-year-old. And I just cannot believe how the city of Columbia have not recognized her. And I'm not saying it because she on here. I tell her that. I just can't see. Son, maybe my thinking is wrong. But where are these people that can't see the work that she's doing? That's what bothers me. I can't stand that. Hey, Devontae, my sweetie, how you doing? One of the best gospel singers around. Be a leader over your life. Stop following other people. I'm not a follower. That's why you see a lot of time you see me in my car and it's me, my dogs, my two dogs, Cam and Angel, because I can't follow. If I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it. I'm not going to fight nobody. It's a lot. I love my pastor. I love my pastor dearly. And everybody that know me know that. But I don't agree with everything he say and do. But I love him. You understand what I'm saying? Love is not agreeing with everything that somebody do. But sometimes people think you're against them because you speak your mind. But you will learn to respect that person later on in life if they tell you the truth. I got this friend named Harold Reed. Me and Harold been friends for 30 years. Sometimes we'll get in a fuss and we won't speak in 2 months. But I respect him and he respect me because he gonna tell me the truth and I'm gonna tell him the truth whether I like it or not. And that's what kind of people I want. Gore Rashonda said, I had 2 pair of pants and 3 shirts. Me and my sister had to share those pants. I know about all that, sister. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing. You don't have to tell everybody you do what you're doing because your work will speak. Hey, Diane Harris, how you doing? Okay, here it said. And she said exactly, hey there, sweetie, how you doing? But we just got to do better. I can tell you, I know fraternities and sororities, and I know clubs, and I know everything that, I can talk about me. I can't talk about nobody else. I always say that people have told me I nominated you for a community service award. Well, I wasn't good enough for them. And the people that won, they had a resume, a beautiful educational resume, but they didn't have no community works. But they are part of the clique. They ain't right. That's not right. That's not right. That is not right, and God is not pleased with it. And then those same, especially this one fraternity, sends me. Now, this is what Minister Hopkins may get on me about. Send me a letter for an ad every year. I don't give it to them. I say, let the person they go nominate give it to them. Now, y'all pray for me. I'm just being real now. I'm just being real. Can I be real? But they always sending, but they want to donate them. They want to nominate them person that got the titles. But God bless the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity because they gave me one. And I'm thankful for that. Now, I don't do what I do for recognition. I don't do that. You'll never hear me do that. Matter of fact, when I go somewhere, I'm going to hide because I don't want people to call my name. I will hide in a minute. Me and Lauren T. both, if he's still on there, I'm going to hide because it's not necessary to call my name. And it's not necessary for me to go on a stage. Like if I'm at a gospel program. Blessings to you too, Andre Tate. Good to see you tonight. Like if I go to a gospel program, just because I was in radio or IMC program, that don't mean you got to call me to the stage. I don't have that kind of ego trip. I love just going, sitting down, enjoying great gospel music, and will not get offended if you don't call my name. Vanessa said, we are breakfast food for dinner. I think she meant we ate breakfast food for dinner, and my mama said as long as you go back outlaid for nobody will know. Oh, well, I think she's saying as long as she's full, you're full, nobody will know that you had breakfast for dinner. Well, I'll do that now. I love breakfast food anytime. I got to keep it real, Rashonda. I got to keep it real. I got to keep it real. The only way is to be real. I got to. I know no other way to be. When you have favor on your life, the enemy can't stand it. They can't stand it. They can't stand it. And why? I have a lot of people jealous of me. Why? I don't have no money. I don't have no money. I just ain't scared to ask people. Like when I go to sponsors and stuff, man, I'm having my whole conversation over today that I had with somebody. I said, when I go, I may get 10 no's, but I know that yes is coming. So why they say some say yes immediately, some say I'll think about it while you thinking about it. I'm keeping going and moving. I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket. I'm gonna keep going. And if I'm gonna talk to you, if you're trying to do something and it seems like you can't get it off the ground, and it seems like you fail, and people don't want to support you, keep going. Somebody will support you. There's somebody out there that will support you. Mississippi is listening. Hello, Mississippi. There's somebody out there that will show support. And let me do this to also encourage you. A lot of times it's not going to be those you talk to every day. A lot of times those are not going to be the ones to support you. It's going to be totally strangers. The ones that's always patting you on your back saying you're doing such a fantastic job, those are not the one the check's going to come from. Those are not the one the check's going to come from. It's going to be that silent person who see what you're doing, and they're going to support you. So don't set yourself up to look for that person that you have done so much for. Don't set yourself up to be hurt and disappointed, because ladies and gentlemen, you said at Henry Parker, as King George say, one monkey don't stop no show. You got to keep on going. Yes, it gets hard. Yes, it gets discouraging. Yes, you say sometimes why. But if God has called you to do what you do, you keep on going. There is somebody out there that God is going to cause to support what you do. And I'm not telling you now what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. No, I agree with you, because there's a spirit of God in you that is a spirit of truth. Don't be fake and support to being seen so you can be supported. God will provide. He will provide. There's sometimes I share with my son, because I know he understands. My son is he grown and married, but we talk every day. But there's sometimes I tell my son, I said, son, I'm getting ready to tell you something. I said, and it's so deep. If it didn't happen to me, I might want to believe it. But there are some things that God pulled me out of that only God could have. And I said, God, I ain't going to ask a soul. I'm not going to ask nobody to sow nothing. I'm not going to ask nobody to give nothing. I'm not going to do this. I'm telling you what I need. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to you. I'm telling you this to encourage you. You can go to God with truth. You can say, God, I need my lights paid by tomorrow. I need my water. I need my car insurance. I need my car payment. And I ain't got zero in my pocket. Let me tell you something. He may not give you the money, but he'll give you favor with them bill collectors. I'm telling you what I know. He'll give you favor with them bill collectors until you can get the money you need. I've been there, and I'm not ashamed to tell it. I've been there. Now, Loretta, should I share this or should I not share this? Well, somebody needs to know, because somebody tonight is at rock bottom and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to turn to. You've tried to get this loan. You can't get it. You tried to do this. You try to go this friend. They won't do it. Well, sometimes God will harden the heart of your friend, that other person that you've leaned on all the time, because he wants you to trust him. He wants you to trust him. Elizabeth Samuels, look at my money. Hey, well, her name is Nicolette. Hey, Nicolette, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. That's our public relations manager at my church, the Brooklyn Baptist Church in West Columbia, South Carolina, doing a great job. Vanessa, he is an on-time God. Yes, he is. Paul Cook, thank you. I mean, you have to simply go, God. Okay, God, I know you blessed me yesterday. I know you blessed me last month, but this is where I'm at today. God ain't gonna tell nobody. He not gonna tell nobody. He not like people. He not gonna tell nobody. You go to him in spirit and truth, and he'll do it every time. You looking at somebody. I got tired of people talking about me, so I started going to God. I said, God, you know me. You know everything about me. God will make a way out of no way. Just trust God. When people used to say that to me, Henry, I would say, okay, there they go preaching to me again. They talking about just trust God, and I need me some money to pay my light bill. That's what I used to say now. But now I know how to go to him. God, I may didn't do this right. Okay, God, I didn't do that right. So God, I thank you for your forgiveness. I thank you for your grace and mercy. And I need you to help me out of this situation, because you're the only one that can help me out of this situation. God, you have people you speak to every day. You have billionaires and millionaires that you speak to every day, that you can touch their heart. You got people in position that can help me. God's got people in position that can help you too. But you got to believe it. You got to believe it. I can't believe it for you. Yes, Lord. Amen. Help me. We stand in agreement with you, Les Summers. We got to believe it. I can be up here all day and talk to you what God can do, but if I don't believe it for myself, ain't nothing going to happen for me. But if I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to talk to God. And I've seen God pull me out of some situation that if I would tell you, you say she lying. Helpsy Bar, Georgia. How you doing? I'm just trying to tell you, Miss Rosa. If I could tell y'all some of the things, but if I start telling some of the things, some of y'all might look at me funny and may look at me different. But let me tell you, this Loretta Coleman that you see now is not always been this Loretta Coleman. Oh, I make mistakes too. I do things wrong too. I slip sometime too. But I know how to go to God and plead my case. I know how to go to God and say, God, I thank you for my elder brother Jesus, who's sitting on your right hand making intercession for me, pleading my case. God, I thank you. But you got to know how to talk to him. But see, if you don't have a relationship with him, if you don't have a relationship with God, how are you going to talk to him? You can't talk to anybody that you don't have a relationship with. You can't talk to anybody that you don't have a relationship with. You got to talk to him. Oh, yes, Lord. Have mercy. This helping me. If it ain't helping nobody else, it's helping me. You got to have a relationship. You can't wait till you get in trouble to talk to God. But you got to have that relationship with him. So when you go to him, you'll have a familiar voice. Your voice will be familiar to him. It won't be a voice of a stranger. But see, sometimes God don't hear from us until we're in trouble. Suppose you had a child, and the only time you heard from that child is when that child wanted something from you. How would it make you feel? Wouldn't it make you feel bad? So how do you expect God feel when the only time he hear from you is when you saying, God, I need? Hello, somebody. How do you think that make him feel? Faith is the key. You got to have faith. You got to quote that word back to him. God, you said. God, you said. God, you said. We talk every day because I need him every day. I do, Kevin. I need him every second, every minute, every hour of the day, Eartha, because I know if I don't, Loretta can act a fool. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. God is my keeper. And if I don't let God put a handle on me, I can be a fool. I'm just being real with y'all. He is my keeper. That's good stuff. I talk to God all day. So if I ask him, he will know me and my voice. That's what I'm talking about, Nicolette. That's what I'm talking about. We just can't wait till we get in a situation to call on God and say, God, I need. We got to talk to him. Let him know, God, I love you. God, I thank you. Sometimes when you go to him, just don't go to him begging. Don't go to him asking. Just say, God, I love you. God, I thank you for being my keeper. God, I thank you for being my provider. God, I thank you for what you're doing. I thank you for what you're going to do. God, I thank you for my protection. And then just say, God, I thank you for healing this world. God, I think sometimes we just have to show our appreciation to God. But it's what I started out with. It's about me, myself, and I, and it shouldn't be that way, Freddie. We have no concern for a lot of people. We have no concern, Sandra, for a lot of people. You got to have a personal relationship with God. I can agree with you in prayer, but I can't go to God in prayer for you. And if you've erred, if you made mistakes, morning, noon, and night, yes. If you made mistakes, honor your mistakes to God. Let me tell you something. A lot of people, but you make mistakes like I used to do. I still make them, but this is what I used to do. I used to pack them down, have ulcers and everything, not realizing God already know what I've done. He already knew my mistake. God is not like man. He is not going to hold your past against you to consult your future. When you ask God to forgive you, he will wipe your slate clean. And when I say he'll wipe it clean, he'll wipe it clean. Now, people will remember your yesterday, your last week, your last month, your last year, 10 years ago. They'll remember that. But guess what? The good news is they ain't God. They ain't God. God don't consult. He said in 1 John 1:9, if we confess our sins, that he's faithful and he's just to forgive us and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. He didn't say he might do it. He didn't say I'll think about do it. He didn't say it's a possibility that we do it. He didn't say none of that. He said he will do it. But you got to believe it. And see, this is a problem that I had for years. God forgave me, but I wouldn't forgive myself. And a lot of you are there. God is already forgiven you, but you won't forgive yourself. And you hang around negative people who you let keep bringing up what you used to do. Let them people go. You can live without them people. I had to let a lot of people go out of my life because the only thing you can think about is what I used to do. Oh, no, I don't need those kind of people in my life. No. I can't have negative people in my life. I'm trying to move from point A to point B. Well, Loretta, you know you did that 5 years ago. And what? Somebody came to me not too long ago and they said, well, you know you did so and so and so. You used to tell people off and all that kind of stuff like that. I said, well, go and tell God about it. He already know. Now, they thought I was being nasty. They really did. They thought I was being nasty. But why am I going to get depressed about something I used to do? And probably you provoked me to tell you off, which is no excuse. But I'm saying, I just got them off me. I said, just go tell God about it because he already know. And that's what you have to do with some people. I'm about to have a serious move in my life. Sometimes you have to. Just because you've been friends with people for 20 years, that don't mean that they're your forever friends. You can be forever friends with somebody, but that don't mean you have to talk to them every day and every week and every month. I got people that I consider my friends of 20 years, and I might talk to them once every 6 months or once a year. But if they start talking negative stuff, I got to go. I can't deal. I'm not going to deal with it. Now, some of them say that I'm bigoted. When Jesus steps in, friends step out. In a lot of cases, Henry, in a lot of cases, yes, they do. When you make up your mind you're going to do the right thing, that's exactly what I'll get ready to say. They'll say, oh, she bigoted now. She bigoted. No, she ain't bigoted. She mean business with the Lord. She, if the Lord called her name, she want to be ready. And some of these people, if you don't let go, they'll cause you to go to hell. I'm just being real. Some people we deal with will cause us to go to hell. tell everybody what I did wrong, but never tell them that I'm doing good now because I think I'm better than them now. That's true talk. That's real talk. That's real talk. Vicksburg, Mississippi. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate all of y'all. So many comments tonight. Good Lord. Thank you. Patricia Samuel. Amen. I mean, some people we deal with, we got some family members that cause us to go to hell. And we have to love them from a distance. We love them as family, but they language ain't necessarily right. Not saying that we're perfect, and not saying because there's none of us perfect, but some people you just can't deal with. I just, if I'm wrong, y'all tell me. But some people I just refuse to. Sandra says seasons come and go just like people do. Let them go with their negativity and keep on rolling. Got to keep on rolling, like King George said. One monkey don't stop no show. He who is without sin. That is it, Nicolette. But you know what, Nicolette? You got a lot of people that think they don't sin. You got a lot of people that don't think they sin. They think they righteous. They think they were born, come out in their mother's womb singing Hallelujah, Jesus. Love from a distance, Yolanda. You love from a distance. I'm a very down-to-earth person. I love the Lord with all my heart, soul, and mind, but I can't stand to be around them hallelujah people all the time. Now, let me explain what I mean so I won't get no emails. Somebody asked me on this live. I said, I want to meet Steve Harvey. Why do you want to meet him? He cuss. I said the same reason I talked to you, you judge. See, we look at the fact that he cuss. We don't look at the fact that every morning he lead people. He talk about the Lord. He talk about the goodness of the Lord and all that. We don't look at that. We just see the fact that he cuss. I'm telling you, that's how we do. I love Steve Harvey, and I want to meet Steve Harvey. And if anybody can get me to meet Steve Harvey, I want to meet Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey, his messages and his motivational website has helped me more so than some of this preaching I hear. I ain't talking about my pastor now, because my pastor is one of the best to me, but I'm saying he blesses me more than some of this stuff I see on the internet. People will never celebrate the new you because it's cast spotlight on the same old them. You're telling the truth there. You're telling the truth right there now. I'm telling you, you're telling the truth. But we got it wrong, y'all. If we do nothing else, and we get nothing else out of what was said tonight, it's got to start with us. First, stop blaming people. Take ownership of your own mistakes and then ask God to help you. People would never say, oh, I did that. And then, take ownership and say, God, you already know what I did. I told somebody at lunch Friday that I was having a business meeting with. I said, we're quick to say that God knew us before we were born in our mother's womb. He already knows our expiration date. So what else does that mean? They said, what are you talking about? I said, if he knew us before we was in our mother's womb and he already know, our expiration days, that means he know all of our in-betweens. He knew everything we were going to do that wasn't right. He knew all of our mistakes. He knew all of our rough places. He knew all of that. Nothing catches God by surprise. It catches us by surprise. Hey, Janice, but it don't catch God by surprise. God already knew we were going to do it. He already knew. That's why he told us to trust him. And we got to trust him. We can't trust him. We don't have the power to do anything on our own. We got to trust God because I'm telling you, oh, Lord, have mercy. I done lost where I was. Okay, day where I was. I think I was here. Ann Franklin said, and then Terry Willerton said, amen. Then Ann said, good evening. Good evening to you. I'm trying to tell you, if God didn't help me, I know I was a fool. I fought all through high school. If you looked at me the wrong way, I would fight you. Because, I didn't have God in my life. And I just wasn't going to take a lot of things. But I'm so glad he came in my life because I probably would be dead. But I want to encourage you before I go off. There's nothing in your life that you have done that God can't forgive you of. Don't let nobody hold your past against you. God already knows it. He already knows it. You was a dead man walking. I feel you, brother. Oh, I feel you. And would go look for you. What you talking about? And I would go too. Go look for you. Didn't say. I heard you say it. When I look for you, pop. That's it. Not trying to interrupt before you get off. Let us know your time, your own, please. Every Monday and Tuesday at 7. Every Monday and Tuesday at 7. Most time we talk one-on-one. Sometimes I have a guest, but most of the time now I talk because I figured out people like to hear different topics. So that's what I do. Yeah, and I'm telling you, and we would be fighting with baseball bats and all that kind of stuff like that. But I'm so glad God saved me, because I probably would be dead. I probably would be dead. So I'm here to tell you, I said all that to say this. There's nothing that God can't forgive you. Let God forgive you, but most importantly, forgive yourself. Don't let no man, don't keep nobody in your life, no friend, no family, anything that keep bringing up your past. If God is for you, who can be against you? That's good. Don't let nobody bring up your past. If they come to you and they say, how you going to church up there singing on the choir and you did this, say, go tell God about it. He already know it. That's going to get them off of you. That has got them on me. Just go tell God about it. He already know it. The people we judging gonna be the lot. Gonna be the lot of them people that's in there shouting glory hallelujah every Sunday. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just being real. Just be real. I mean, somebody tell me I'm going to hell because I watch Steve Harvey. I'm gonna watch him when I get off. I'm gonna watch Family Feud, and then I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch him. Then I'm gonna watch him on Facebook. I'm gonna watch Judy. I'm gonna watch all that kind of stuff like that. I love the Lord. God know I love him. And we got to start when God is satisfied. We ain't got to worry about what people say. We ain't got to worry about what people say. People gonna always thank you, Miss Fair. Thank you so much. We ain't got to worry about people. They just trying to pull you down. They just jealous of you anyway. So I made up my mind, since they just said they gonna talk, I'm gonna give them something to talk about. In a good way. In a good way. But anyway, y'all have been the perfect audience. And I just thank God for each and every one of you. Tomorrow night, we're going to come back and we're going to talk some more. And we're going to have a good time some more. And I just appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, you're telling to click on the notification bell. Me too. I watch him too. That's right, Earth. It's good. The Bible said a merry heart do it good like a medicine. You're welcome, Kevin. So it's good to laugh sometimes. I don't want to be around nobody who's serious all the time. You make me depressed when I be around people like that. All right, Minister Hopkins, I hear you. But, we'll be back tomorrow. God said the same. Y'all bring somebody with you. Get you some popcorn and some hot tea and drink it with me for the hour. And we're gonna talk real talk. It's great talk, no chaser here, baby. That's what it is. That's what Steve Harvey said. Okay. All right. But we come on like 6:55. 6:55, we'll be on. And we're going to have real talk. And if y'all ever have anything that you want me to talk about, just shoot it in my inbox and say, have you considered talking about this? And we're going to do that. You have a good night, Martha, as well. Everybody have a good night. And thank you for joining. This has been real good. And we want to say thank you once again. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Love you much. Be blessed.